The girl jolted awake from a nightmare, only to find herself trapped in a strange, eerie chamber. She quickly looked around, only to realize that the only exit had been sealed shut by a steel door. The empty room sent a chill down her spine, and a creepy, unsettling atmosphere permeated the air. Terrified, she scrambled to her feet and staggered forward, trying to find a way to escape. But as she feared, the steel door was tightly sealed. No matter what she tried, it wouldn't budge. The girl completely broke down. She couldn't remember what had happened or why she was here. In her despair, she suddenly noticed a ticking timer on the wall behind her. She didn't know what it meant, but a sense of unease crept over her. Before she could figure it out, her eyes landed on a bundle of rope in the corner, and to her surprise, there was a phone in the middle of it. Elated, she quickly dialed for emergency services, but she didn't know that in this strange room, no matter how she tried, she could never get a signal. The girl sank back into hopelessness, but she didn't give up. She began carefully inspecting every corner of the room, hoping to find a way out. Sure enough, she soon discovered a skylight above her head. The starlit sky outside seemed like a glimpse of freedom. Determined, she took a running leap, trying to grab the window handle. But she had overestimated herself. With no way to reach the skylight, she fell back into despair. Then something unexpected happened. The phone she had tossed aside smashed into the wall, creating a hole. She rushed over and began digging into the side of the wall, thinking this could be her way out. But disappointment came quickly. Behind the outer wall was another layer of solid brick and mortar. Suddenly, a loud clunk came from the steel door. Summoning her courage, she approached it, only to find that behind the steel door was yet another brick wall.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Then through the vent, a man's voice echoed inside. She quickly spoke to him through the vent, and after a short exchange, the girl learned that he too had been mysteriously locked inside. The man told her that if she could open the skylight above, she could escape. The girl picked up the rope and tossed it toward the skylight. Once it caught the handle, she began tightening it. All she had to do now was climb. Encouraged, she began to climb upward, but once again she had overestimated the handle's strength. It snapped and she fell, devastated once more. But as her eyes drifted to the vent, a new idea occurred to her. She grabbed the broken window handle and tried to unscrew the bolts holding the vent cover in place. Persistence paid off. Soon she had removed every screw. Without them, the vent cover came off easily. But now there was a new problem. The hole was too small for her to crawl through. Seeing freedom within reach, the girl twisted her arms behind her back. Thankfully, it worked, and she managed to squeeze through. But she hadn't gone far when a green beam of light suddenly appeared in front of her. She reached out to touch it cautiously. A sharp tearing sound forced her to retreat. Before she could make sense of what was happening, she noticed a black liquid trickling from her arm. Alarmed, she wiped it off, only to find a small chip embedded in her skin. Just then, the steel door slammed shut again, and a metal plate clattered to the ground. Curious, she reached inside and pulled out a handgun. Before she could react, thick smoke began pouring into the room from the steel door. She realized that shooting the skylight might be her only chance. She took aim and fired. But to her horror, the skylight was made of reinforced glass. Despair returned once again. Suddenly, with a crack, the glass shattered into pieces. Overjoyed, she scrambled up and out through the skylight, finally escaping. But her joy was short-lived. What she thought was the open sky turned out to be a giant screen. With no time to think, she ran through the strange building, searching for an exit. But before she could get far, a staff member appeared and blocked her path. The man simply pressed a button and everything paused. When the girl woke up again, she found herself on a beautiful, peaceful beach, surrounded by birdsong and flowers. And just then, the man from before walked over. The ending was destined, and the cycle began again.